WWE is packed with larger-than-life moments, jaw-dropping stunts, and unforgettable matches. But behind the curtain, there's a treasure trove of fascinating stories and facts that even the most dedicated fans may not know. Today we're diving deep into 50 WWE facts that will blow your mind. Mick Foley's Mankind character was the first WWE champion to win the title on an episode of Monday Night Raw in 1999, a moment that helped WWE beat WCW in the ratings war that night. Did you know Brock Lesnar was the youngest WWE champion ever at the age of 25 when he defeated The Rock at SummerSlam 2002? Before he was the Big Show, Paul White debuted in WCW as The Giant and was billed as the son of Andre the Giant, playing into his immense size and presence. Edge and Christian were once portrayed as brothers during their early run in WWE, but in real life, they've been lifelong friends who grew up together. Similarly, Kane and The Undertaker aren't real brothers. Their brotherly storyline became one of WWE's most famous, but in reality, Glenn Jacobs and Mark Calloway aren't related. After the infamous Montreal Screwjob, Vince McMahon and Bret Hart had a heated backstage confrontation where Hart knocked McMahon out with a punch. This incident has become one of the most talked about real-life moments in wrestling history. In 1996, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Kevin Nash, and Scott Hall broke character in a now famous moment called the Curtain Call, where they embraced in the ring after a match. Since Shawn Michaels was a top star, WWE punished Triple H by canceling his planned King of the Ring win that year, which ended up going to Stone Cold Steve Austin. The Rock's iconic People's Elbow started as a backstage joke to try and make The Undertaker break character and laugh during a match. It was so well received by the crowd that it became one of The Rock's signature moves. Unlike most professional athletes, WWE wrestlers aren't provided with company-funded travel. They have to pay for their own flights, hotels, and rental cars while on the road, making it an expensive career, especially for newer wrestlers. Paul Bearer, The Undertaker's legendary manager, wasn't just playing a role. In real life, Bearer, William Moody, was a certified mortician, adding to the authenticity of his spooky character. Before becoming the masked demon we know today, Kane, Glenn Jacobs, portrayed a character called Isaac Yankem, a villainous dentist. Needless to say, the character didn't last, but Kane's career did. Wrestlers are often informed of match results only a few hours before their matches, and sometimes even just before they enter the ring. This keeps things unpredictable and ensures storylines stay under wraps. Stone Cold Steve Austin's Austin 3:16 promo was completely unplanned. After defeating Jake the Snake Roberts at King of the Ring 1996, Austin improvised the now iconic line that would forever change his career. Before becoming The Rock, Dwayne Johnson debuted as Rocky Maivia, a smiling babyface that fans rejected. The negative crowd reactions of "Die Rocky Die" led to his transformation into the charismatic Rock we all know today. The Undertaker was almost named the Eggman. In 1990, there were early discussions of giving him a gimmick based on a mysterious egg that appeared at Survivor Series, but the Deadman persona was born instead. Did you know that Kurt Angle won an Olympic gold medal with a broken neck? This real-life achievement became a key part of his WWE character, but it's true. He competed and won in the 1996 Olympics despite his injury. John Cena's rap gimmick, the Doctor of Thugonomics, saved his WWE career. He was close to being released in 2002, but a backstage freestyle impressed management, leading to his rise as a superstar. The infamous Montreal Screwjob in 1997, where Bret Hart was tricked out of the WWE Championship, wasn't scripted. Vince McMahon orchestrated the real-life betrayal of Hart after fearing he would take the title to rival WCW. In a 1997 match against Owen Hart, Stone Cold was accidentally dropped on his head during a botched piledriver, which broke his neck and temporarily paralyzed him in the ring. Despite the injury, Austin continued to fight and won the match. Brock Lesnar left WWE in 2004 at the height of his popularity because he hated the constant travel. He even bought a private jet to reduce time spent on the road, but still ended up quitting to pursue other ventures like the NFL and UFC. During a match against Mabel in 1995, The Undertaker suffered a crushed orbital bone. Despite this severe injury, he continued to wrestle, wearing a protective mask for months. This toughness cemented his legendary status. Angle, known for his toughness, wrestled one of his best matches with a broken neck at WrestleMania 19 against Brock Lesnar. Despite his severe injury, he still managed to deliver a memorable performance. Referees in WWE don't just enforce the rules, they're also crucial to the match flow. They wear earpieces through which they receive instructions from backstage producers. They also use coded hand signals to communicate with the wrestlers during the match. Hulk Hogan was once fired from WWE in 1992 due to his involvement in the steroid scandal that rocked the company. He later returned, of course, to lead the NWO and WCW. Here's a fun fact. Sasha Banks is related to Snoop Dogg. The two are cousins, and Snoop has even appeared on WWE television to hype her up. The Rock's father and grandfather were both professional wrestlers, making him the first third-generation superstar in WWE history. He followed in their footsteps and became one of WWE's biggest icons. The Great Khali is a real-life police officer in India. Before becoming a WWE superstar, he worked in the Punjab State Police Force. Vince McMahon once tore both of his quads during the 2005 Royal Rumble when he ran into the ring to restart the match. He injured himself while trying to slide into the ring, making for a bizarre and painful moment. AJ Styles didn't debut in WWE until 2016, but he had a tryout match way back in 2002. He turned down the offer to continue wrestling in Japan and on the independent circuit, a decision that would pay off years later. One of the most infamous moments in WWE history is when D-Generation X invaded WCW. But what fans might not know is that the invasion almost led to their arrest. In 1998, DX drove to a WCW event and tried to enter the building, causing police intervention. Here's a wild one. Rey Mysterio's mask was once banned in WCW. The company forced him to unmask in the late 90s, but when Mysterio joined WWE in 2002, he reclaimed his mask, which has since become iconic. The Hell in a Cell match between Mankind and The Undertaker at King of the Ring 1998 is legendary, but did you know it was almost stopped? After being thrown off the top of the cell, Mick Foley insisted on continuing, creating one of WWE's most brutal and unforgettable matches. In a surprising twist, the Ultimate Warrior legally changed his name to Warrior in 1993. He did this to ensure he had the rights to his ring name, making Warrior his legal name for the rest of his life. Shane McMahon once purchased WCW in a storyline just days before WWE actually bought the company in 2001. This moment marked the beginning of the famous Invasion storyline. Before becoming WWE's resident monster, Braun Strowman was a competitive strongman and even won the 2012 Arnold Amateur Strongman World Championship. Kofi Kingston's famous Jamaican accent was dropped after Triple H pointed out in a promo that Kofi wasn't really from Jamaica. After that, Kofi began using his natural voice. Pat Patterson was the first ever WWE Intercontinental Champion, but did you know the tournament where he won the title, held in Rio de Janeiro, was actually fictional? Here's a crazy one. Vince McMahon hates sneezing because he can't control it. This quirky fact is true, and it frustrates him when others sneeze during meetings. John Cena has granted over 650 wishes through the Make-A-Wish Foundation, more than any other celebrity. His generosity has made a massive impact on children's lives. R-Truth holds the record for the most title reigns in WWE history, mainly due to his incredible 54 reigns as WWE 24/7 champion. Here's a quirky fact. Vince McMahon dislikes certain words like wrestling, belt, and title shot. Instead, he prefers terms like superstars, championship, and opportunity. Before he became the WWE's monster, Randy Orton briefly went AWOL from the U.S. Marine Corps, which led to his dishonorable discharge before he pursued wrestling full-time. Chris Jericho came up with the idea for the Money in the Bank match. The concept debuted in 2005 and has since become a WWE staple, adding a new level of unpredictability to championship opportunities. CM Punk's infamous 2011 pipe bomb promo was only partly scripted. Much of what Punk said came from his genuine frustrations with the company, making it one of the most iconic unscripted moments in WWE history. Mae Young wrestled in 9 different decades. From the 1930s to 2010, Mae Young had an extraordinary career spanning almost 80 years, making her a true legend of the business. Batista was turned down by WCW's power plant training facility in 1999 and was told he would never make it in the business. Fortunately, WWE saw potential in him, and he became a major star. Randy Orton's RKO finisher is named after his initials, Randall Keith Orton, a name that has become synonymous with out-of-nowhere moments. Lastly, Andre the Giant reportedly drank over 100 beers in one sitting. This story only adds to the legend of the Giant, who was larger than life in every way. That wraps up our journey through 50 surprising WWE facts that many fans might not have known. From behind-the-scenes secrets to career-defining moments, these stories show just how incredible the world of wrestling can be. If you enjoyed learning something new, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into WWE history and unforgettable moments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.